Breaking free from nicotine sounds simple, right? Just stop using it. But if it were that simple, you would have done it already. The truth is, most of the tips and advice out there about quitting completely misses the point. They focus on surface level tactics while ignoring what actually keeps you trapped. So in the next minutes, I'm going to show you why most quitting tips fail, what really makes the difference between staying stuck and breaking free, and what you actually need to know to escape nicotine for good. So let's get into it. Let's start with the typical tips you've probably heard a million times. Drink water when you get a craving, or keep your hands busy, or exercise more, avoid triggers, chew gum, take deep breath. These aren't bad ideas, but here's the problem. They're just distractions. They're temporary band-aids on a much deeper wound. You can drink all the water you want, but if you still believe smoking helps you, you'll go back to it. You can exercise every day, but if you haven't changed your relationship with nicotine, you're just a fit person who still smokes. You can avoid triggers for a while, but you can't avoid life forever. Eventually, you'll face stress, boredom, social situations, and if you haven't addressed the root of the cause, you'll relapse. These surface level tips makes it seem like quitting is about finding the right distraction technique, but that's not how addiction works. Nicotine addiction isn't just about having something to do with your hands or keeping your mouth busy. It's about what you believe nicotine is doing for you. Until you address that, no amount of tips and tricks will set you free. Here's what most people don't understand about nicotine addiction. The physical dependency is actually the easy part. Nicotine leaves your system in a few days. The physical withdrawal is uncomfortable but manageable. The hard part is the mental trap. The beliefs, the associations, the identity. You believe nicotine helps you cope with stress. You believe it helps you focus. You believe it gives you a break. You believe it's part of who you are. These beliefs are what keep you trapped, not the nicotine itself. And here's the tricky part. Your brain is really good at defending these beliefs. Even when you consciously know smoking is bad, your subconscious mind keeps insisting it's necessary. You get into arguments with yourself. I should quit versus but I needed to handle stress. It's killing me versus but it helps me relax. This internal conflict is exhausting. And usually the subconscious wins because it's operating on a deeper programming. So you can try all the tips in the world, but if you're still fighting yourself internally, you're going to struggle. Breaking free from nicotine isn't about finding better distraction techniques. It's about ending the internal war by changing what you believe at the deepest level. But that's not something you can do with a simple tip. It requires a complete shift in perspective. So what actually works to break free from nicotine? It starts with understanding the illusion. Nicotine doesn't actually help you with anything. It creates the discomfort it then temporarily relieves. When you truly see this, not just intellectually but deeply understand it, everything changes. You stop feeling like you're giving something up and start feeling like you're escaping the trap. But getting to that understanding isn't easy on your own. Your addicted brain will keep lying to you. It'll keep showing you memories of times when smoking felt good. It'll keep insisting you need it. You need someone who can show you these lies as they happen, who can guide you through dismantling them one by one. Second, you need to prepare for the mental game, not just the physical withdrawal. You need to know what thoughts will come up and how to handle them. You need to recognize triggers not as threats but as opportunities to prove you're free. Third, you need the right support system. People who understand addiction, who won't judge you, who can help you navigate the hard moments. And fourth, you need a clear plan that addresses all of this, not just random tips. This is exactly what my 14-day program provides. Not surface level tips, but a complete system for breaking free from nicotine by addressing the real problem. We dismantle the beliefs keeping you trapped. We prepare you for every stage. We support you through the entire process. If you're ready to actually break free instead of just collecting more tips that don't work, book a free call with me. The link is in the description below. Let me show you what real freedom looks like. Let's talk about why willpower alone will never set you free. Willpower is a limited resource. You can use it for a while, but it runs out, especially during stressful times when you need it the most. And here's the thing, using willpower means you're still fighting, you're resisting something that you want. That's not freedom, that's constant battle. Real freedom is when you don't want nicotine anymore, when there's nothing to resist, when you're not using willpower to avoid smoking. You're just living your life without any desire for it. But most people think willpower is the answer. They think I just need to be stronger, so they grit their teeth and try to tough it out. And it works for a while, maybe days, maybe weeks, maybe even months, but eventually life gets hard, stress hits, willpower depletes, and they go back. Then they blame themselves, I wasn't strong enough, or I'm weak, I'll never be able to quit. But it was never about strength, it was about using the wrong approach. The approach that works doesn't require constant willpower because there's no constant desire to fight against. You've eliminated the desire itself by seeing through the illusion. That's the difference between struggling to stay quit and being genuinely free. Here's something crucial that most people skip: mental preparation. They prepare by throwing away cigarettes, maybe getting patches or gum, telling people they're quitting. That's it, but they don't prepare mentally. They don't think through what beliefs they need to change. They don't identify the specific lies their brain will tell them. They don't have a plan for the mental tricks addiction will play. So when those moments come, and they will, people are caught off guard. Their brain says just one won't hurt, and they don't have a response ready. They believe it. Or their brain says you can't handle the stress without smoking, and they panic because they haven't prepared a different truth to counter it. Mental preparation means knowing in advance what thoughts will come up and having your responses ready. It means understanding the pattern of addiction so you can recognize it as it's happening. It means being prepared for the moments when your brain romanticizes smoking, when it conveniently forgets all the bad parts and only remembers the good. But this kind of preparation requires knowledge. You need to know what to prepare for. You need to understand the mental patterns of addiction. Most people don't have this knowledge, so they go in unprepared and get blindsided by their own thoughts. Here's the hard truth. You probably can't do this alone, not because you're weak, but because your addictive brain is working against you. It's incredibly good at rationalizing, at making excuses, at convincing you that this time is different or just one is fine. You need an outside perspective, someone who can see the lies your brain is telling you, even when you can't see them yourself. Think about it. If you could have figured this out on your own, you would have already. The fact that you're still stuck means you need a different approach, and that's okay. Getting help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. It's choosing the path that actually works instead of struggling alone the most. So the successful people in any area of life are the ones who get guidance from people who've already achieved what they want to achieve. Why should quitting nicotine be any different? You don't need more tips. You need someone who understands the psychology of addiction, who can guide you through the mental shifts, who can support you when it get hard. That's what actually breaks you free. So forget the surface level tips. Breaking free from nicotine is about drinking water or chewing gum. It's about changing your beliefs, preparing mentally, and having the right guidance to navigate the process. That's what my 14-day program does. If you're ready to actually break free instead of just trying random tips, click the link in the description and book your free call with me, and subscribe for more real talk about quitting nicotine. And thank you for watching.